I really hate that it's raining today, so now my lighting sucks, and I apologize for that. But welcome to Wonderland. It's Ari here, and today I have another awesome video for you guys. So if you have seen my March through April TBR video, you saw that I had two wrapped books. So today's video, I am going to be talking about those wrapped books. This is not going to be a very long video, hopefully not, but I just want to quickly talk about this, why I did it, the purpose of it, and everything like that, and so you can just basically get the gist of it. So I have a couple of examples to show you guys about these wrap books, so let's get started. First of all, I want to say that this was not an original idea. I saw Tasha over on Fairy Drugs do this video. She did this video a while back, and then she did another video that's a little more recent of her unwrapping some of her wrap books, and even she got the idea from someone else. So I can't tell you who the original creator of this idea was, but that's where I got it from, so I will be sure to link her two videos of her wrapping and unwrapping the books down below. So when I saw this video be done, I thought it was a pretty cool idea, and I did this over Christmas break. Well, Christmas break to anyone who's in school, Christmas just to me because I was not in school. I apologize. But I got some wrapping paper and I picked up a lot of TBR books off my shelf. The thing is, I have so many TBR books that is ridiculous. I mean, yes, everyone has a huge TBR list, a huge TBR stack, and I get it, but there are some books that's been on my TBR for like over a year or more than a year, like 2 years, 3 years, 5 years, it doesn't even matter. Some of them are more recent, like new releases that came out that I wasn't really ready to read yet. And then other were books that have been out for a couple of months, but still I lost interest in them. Not lost interest as in I don't want to read them, but lost interest as in like every time I look at them, I'm like, I don't feel like reading you right now. I don't know why. And then, of course, we're readers. We have these moods, we have these slumps, these lulls, these like, I don't know what to read, or I want to read all the things. And it's starting to frustrate me a little bit, especially since a good number of my shelf were mostly books I haven't read yet. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to knock these books off my shelf. And then I saw the videos and I remembered the idea and I was like, I'm going to do this. So I took a lot of my TBR books and I wrapped them up. Now, at first, I was going to wrap them by categories, like ones that like been on there the longest in the specific wrapping paper, and then the newer releases in another specific wrapping paper. And then I thought about doing it like by genre, like one genre, like contemporaries get this kind of wrapping paper, and fantasy gets another type of wrapping paper, because again, that's like the main two genres that I read, contemporary and fantasy, sometimes sci-fi. But then I was like, you know what? Don't do that, because then I'm going to know what I'm unwrapping. The purpose of unwrapping these books is to give me that sensation of getting the book for the first time, getting excited and hyped about it, and then it's in the middle of where I don't know what to read next, but I want to read something. So I felt like this was a really, really good idea. So what I did was I wrapped all my paperback books randomly in like different colored wrapping paper. So originally I had these three wrapping papers right here. I had another one that was striped, like zigzag ones. I guess I could go and get it and show it to you guys real quick. So give me 1 second to go get it. So yeah, this is another design. So this blue paper, this really flowery floral paper, and the polka dots. I have like stacks of all of these different types of wrapping paper books, wrapped books, but these are like the four main wrapping paper that I had. Funny enough, these two designs were on one roll, and these two designs were on one roll. I got the rolls at CVS, and they were pretty decently cheap because they weren't exactly like Christmas wrapping paper, but they were like wrapping paper still in general. So I wrapped most of my paperbacks randomly in these four different designs, and then I wrapped all my hardcovers in this striped wrapping paper. So I know I said this was striped. I mean, technically it is, but this is zigzag and this is striped. So all my hardcovers are wrapped in this striped, and all my paperbacks are wrapped in these. And then earlier in January, I did this thing on my Instagram story where I took like 3 books and I unwrapped them and made a TBR. But also in January, I discovered I was in this lovely reading slump-ish mood that I'm in, so I didn't even read all those books I unwrapped. So I found some old Christmas wrapping paper that my mom had, and I rewrapped most of them with this wrapping paper, and then I wrapped a couple of other newer books that I got recently and wrapped them in here as well, just to be random, kind of. So that's what I did. So these are all of my wrapped books. Now, I have stacks. I have like stacks upstairs in my room of all these books wrapped up like this. So the thing is, when I am ready to read a book, but I don't know exactly what to read, I will just, and it's not, and sometimes I do buy new releases, so I might pick those up too. But if I just don't know what to read, I'll be like, pick up a random wrap book, unwrap it, and whatever the book is, go ahead and read it. That's what I did with Force of a Thousand Lanterns. And I usually unwrap them on my Instagram story because on Instagram, I usually sometimes don't even know which pretty paper to unwrap next. So I'll like pick the 2 that I most want to unwrap. Say like, for example, these 2. I'll put up a poll and people will vote and tell me which one should I unwrap. And then they'll tell me. And then when the poll's over, I'll get on my story and I'll unwrap the book. But for the purpose of this video, I'm going to unwrap a random book. Okay, so I came to the conclusion and I'm going to unwrap the blue one. Now, most of the wrapping paper that I chose, I can't entirely see what the book is through them, which is awesome and great for the purpose of why I wrapped them in the first place. But occasionally, I can see what they are because my glasses kind of like give me that amazing vision, especially in certain light. So the polka dot one, I could kind of tell what it is, and I didn't want to unwrap it since I could kind of tell, and also I'm not in the mood to read it right now. So I didn't want to do that, and I didn't want to unwrap a hardcover because I got some new releases that are in hardcover that I want to read soon, so I'm not going to do that. So I'm just going to unwrap this blue one, and we're going to see what it is. And this is a lot easier on here because when I do it on my story, I'm doing it with one hand, and it's so horrible to unwrap a book. So you're going to see my live reaction of what this book is. Woo! Okay. Okay, I did also wrap a couple of ARCs for good measure. ARCs that come out this year to surprise myself. And these ARCs I got for free through like giveaways and book swaps and stuff like that. So I don't necessarily have to read them to review them, but I will do a review for them when I read them. But the book that I just unwrapped is A Quiet Kind of Thunder by Sarah Bernard. So this is my unwrapped book. Actually kind of perfect because I'm in kind of a contemporary mood right now, so this is kind of perfect. So I'm going to read this book and probably do a review for it because this is the advanced copy. The book is already out. It came out back in January, so if I like it, I will be sure to get a finished copy. But this seems like a really sweet contemporary. What I know about it so far is that it's about a I'm sorry, I'm skimming it because I don't want to get confused. I know one of the characters is mute and the other character is deaf. Whether it's the boy or the girl, I am not sure. I was trying to read it real quick, but I am very, very distracted, so I apologize. But this is the book that I'm going to be reading next because I unwrapped it for you guys. And like I said, see, 2-in-1 paper. How awesome is that? Just so beautiful and awesome. But that's basically the point of this. I found it to be a really cool idea, and if you guys want to do it or check it out or anything like that, again, Tasha's video where she did it is linked down below, and you guys should probably try it. Maybe it'll help you get some books off of your TBR list. So I'm definitely gonna read this. But thank you guys for watching. If you like this video, you could give it a like. If you think this was a cool idea, or if you just want to say something about books that I'm reading or whatever, or anything really, you can comment down below. Be sure to follow me on all my social medias and subscribe to this channel so you can get updated on when I post new videos. Thank you guys for watching, and remember to keep calm and keep reading.